And it's that time again. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Good day, good day, good day to you. I hope you're doing well. A brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon is being birthed right now on this beautiful, beautiful brand new day. If you're joining the Rundown with Ramon, you know what? You're not feeling that great. Well, I'm glad I get to be here with you to help you feel just a little bit better. And if you're joining the Rundown with Ramon and you're feeling fantastic, you're feeling amazing, well, you know what? I'm glad I get to be with you in your feeling amazing day. Let me adjust my screen here a bit. Kind of a little high there. There's a little better. No use having the Rundown with Ramon all up in my chin. But my day today is going well. We got a brand new episode for you today. A lot of things we want to cover. Again, if you're just joining us, the Rundown with Ramon's all about an eclectic potpourri dish of news and tips and insights and information, all to help you live your best life or start or grow your business. And I think our sound is okay as we dispense the information and get ready to jump right into the Rundown with Ramon. But do let me know how you're doing. Do check in with me, and I hope all the things in your world are going well and doing fantastic. So what do we have on deck for us today? What do we have on store for us today? We have a few things. One, we're going to give insight from Seth Godin, as I love to always do, where he talks about the opposite of perfect. We're going to talk about today the opposite of perfect. We're going to talk about some insight from Entrepreneur about Extreme Balance, a new book, or it may not be a new book, but a book that's out about Extreme Balance. From Ramsey, 10 cheap, healthy meals to try this month under $20 each. That's going to be pretty cool. Going to talk about from idea to execution, the top must-dos for startup success. Sometimes just starting gets us stuck, but the must-dos for startup success. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about even with venture slowdown, mega deals grow. We're going to touch on that today, and we're going to touch on, can you be without your smartphone? Can you be without your smartphone? We're going to talk about a mom's bag. Maybe you've used the bag. I don't know. She has a bag called, looking for the name here. Well, it'll come back to me in a minute. Oh, called Bog Bag. How she's going into $100 million in revenue, and how Apple is thinking about cheaper headsets. Again, everything we do on the Rundown with Ramon, it's about you. It's about what do these headlines, what do these things mean for you? How does it affect you and your life or your business? So with that, let's begin the Rundown with Ramon. And I'm so glad you're here today. And we're back. A brand new episode of the Rundown with Ramon is here, and I'm glad you're here to experience it with us today. Let's jump right in, bring up our imagery. Here we go. Ding, 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 ding. Insight from Seth Godin, where he talks about the opposite of perfect. Seth Godin talks a lot about this aspect of perfect, the aspect that we should stop waiting for perfection because it's not going to happen. So he says this. The opposite of perfect, it's not junk. No, the opposite of perfect is meets spec, useful, on time, productive, valuable. By definition, good enough is good. If the spec isn't what you need, change the spec, but perfect is unattainable, and perfect is a place to hide. I've probably mentioned this to you before. Thanks for those thumbs up, but it's important that I tell you right now, perfect is not going to happen. If you're waiting for perfect to happen and you think the opposite of perfect is something bad, that's not true. It's not correct. So my encouragement today as we begin a brand new episode of the Rundown with Ramon, don't think that just because something is not perfect, that that's bad news. When I'm doing this show right now, I'm telling you what's annoying me right now on air, on set. I'm telling you that the lower thirds of the Rundown with Ramon is way too close to my chin, and it is annoying me because I adjusted the camera before I came on air. Am I falling apart about it? Well, kind of. But the point being is that there's nothing I can do about it while we're live in production. You got to move on. Now, this is a silly example. Job is not at stake. Family's at stake. Life is not at stake. But the point being, sometimes we get so mired down into perfection, Phyllis. And good day to you. Glad you're here. Some days we do. when understanding that perfection, actually, literally perfection is never going to come. So that means if we're waiting for perfection to come before we're happy, well, then that means we're never going to be happy. And that's not good. The only perfection that could come is a great cup of Cafe Bustelo coffee that I love to drink. That's the only thing that can come. So my point to you today is this. Think about how you can do better. Think about how you can do good enough. Think about how you could possibly change the spec, but not to change the spec to mediocrity, to change the spec so you're achieving a goal and then a bit more, and maybe you're doing a bit more every day. I remember when I started doing pull-ups. Yesterday I did about 13 or 14 pull-ups. For some it's a lot, for some it's a little. But you know what's amazing? That I'll be at 20 pull-ups soon. I'll be at 25 pull-ups soon if I wish. It's just putting in the reps. Anyways, this is the Rundown with Ramon. If you're just joining, my name is Ramon Ray. Started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books here to help you live your best life and start and grow your business. So let's move on to the next topic of the day. Ding, 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 ding. Extreme balance. I saw this book that entrepreneur put out, and I wanted to touch on something. It says here, in the world of elite sports, victory is often attributed to physical and athletic prowess alone. But what if the key to unlocking your full potential lies not in your physical abilities, but in your mindset? In Extreme Balance, 3 renowned experts on performance, motivation, and competition dive into the unexplored territory of the mind. Paradoxically, revealing the one mindset that can truly elevate your game, the ability to embrace an unfixed mindset. Through a series of gripping stories, perceptive interviews with champions, scientific insights, and expert analysis, you will be challenged to reconsider your entire approach to success. Discover how embracing an unfixed mindset can revolutionize your approach to sports performance. Now, to be clear, I don't think this aspect of having an unfixed mindset means that you're wishy-washy, means that you're not going on to being a warrior in victory. No, it doesn't mean that. I think this unfixed mindset means your mind is nimble and able to be the mind of a warrior, that no matter what comes in your way, you're able to adapt and overcome. That's what the power of fixed mindset means. Learn from world-class athletes and experts as they unveil the paradoxical principles essential for champion success. Gain insights into the mental tug of wars athletes face and how to leverage them for your benefit. This is so important. Today, I guess, is the day for champions. Dana Austin, good day to you. Good day to you. Good day to you, Karen. Glad you're here on the Rundown with Ramon. I received those blessings, Dana. Be an overcomer, Karen. That's exactly right. It's the mind of a champion. It's not about the physical prowess. It's not about the exercise. It's not about all these things. Some of those things are part of it. But I think first what has to happen is we have to have the mind of a champion if we're going to be a champion. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I'm so glad you're here today as we keep going forward, giving the encouragement and insights to start our day off right, to start our evening off right, to have a great middle of the day. Whatever time you're watching the Rundown with Ramon, we want you to be a success. Here's another topic that is not so near and dear to my heart. It's talking about 10 cheap, healthy meals to try this month. And why it's not near and dear to my heart, I just don't like cooking. I just don't. Thank God my lady loves to cook, and she cooks meals, and I clean up. And that's been a great arrangement for us in our 30 years of marriage. But I just don't like to cook. But we got to eat. So it's amazing here. There's a few 10 cheap, healthy meals from Ramsey Solutions. Jade Warshaw writes this, and I thought to review them with us. 1, slow cooker salsa chicken tacos. That's 1. Number 2, easy rice and beans burrito bowls. That's number 2. Number 3, chicken tortilla soup. Next, spaghetti squash noodles with easy marinara sauce. Chicken parmesan zucchini boats. Chicken sheet pan meal. Rotisserie chicken with homemade balsamic dressing. Loaded baked sweet potatoes. Now, that's something that sounds good to me. Mr. Scott Simons, what's up, my brother? Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here, Scott, on the Rundown with Ramon. I like me some sweet potatoes, especially loaded, like with some bacon and some that little green onions you put in there and all those kind of things. Garbanzo Greek salad and vegetarian chili. Listen, bottom line here, sometimes the things that we eat can blow our budget. Sometimes going out to eat too much, not only can it be expensive, but it's not healthy. But the yin and the yang, as I shared with you, I don't like to cook. So if my wife was not here cooking, I don't think I'd be cooking at home. And I'm grateful that's the relationship that we have. Your relationship could be different. I know my friend Adrian Miller, her hubby, he was the one who cooked the meals in their home, and that's fantastically great. But healthy meals is important. So I hope that little list of healthy meals is a good reminder to us about how we can eat better, how we can eat a little more healthy. Again, my name is Ramon Ray, and this is the Rundown with Ramon. 10 cheap, healthy meals to try this month under $20 each. Okay, chicken seems to be the main dish. Yeah, Dana, chicken's kind of that dish. Some people are trying to get away from pork and beef, but I do like me some chicken. I do like me some fish, and I like to eat healthy, but the food's got to taste good. I just don't want to eat leaves. You know what I'm saying? Let's move forward here and get off the food track. Ding, 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 ding. How to execute your next idea. This is powerful. Ideas are easy. I probably have 1,000 ideas every day. But when I started out in 2005 to produce a large event series called the Small Business Summit, which I eventually sold and had 300, 400 people at that event, I had to move it from idea to execution. I had to make it happen. Ideas are good. That's good. But you still have to be able to execute and start your idea and turn it to a viable business. When I had the idea to create zoneofgenius.com, it was an idea. But now we are a growing agency, a growing business. When I had the idea to buy the domain smarthustle.com on my credit card and build that business over 7 years and then sell it to Zen Business 7 years later, I had to take the idea and turn it into a business. This is important. You need to do the same. Having the idea alone, people, is simply not enough. So what are some ways that Roy Deckel says that we can take our idea and turn it into reality? One, validate your idea and be your first salesperson. If you have an idea, the best way to test it, will anybody buy from you? That's the bottom line. People could talk all day, yak, 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 but if you're not selling it, it doesn't work. This is the world I'm in all day long. My world is media. If nobody's sponsoring me, if nobody's sponsoring my content, if nobody's saying, Ramon, we want you to create custom content, if nobody's flying me out somewhere and paying me to speak, I can have an idea all day long, but I've been doing this for a long time. And so if you have an idea, no matter what it is, you sell it. Will somebody buy it from you? That's how you get validation in the market. Because if you don't have any customers, it's not a business. So that's number one. You be your biggest salesperson. Number two, build a strong digital presence. The world of online, yeah, you can do a billboard, you can do a yellow pages, I guess you can do a newspaper ad or whatever, TV ad, whatever. But the world of social media and digital optimization, websites, it's here, people, and not going anywhere. Define your operations team. As you grow and scale, you don't have to have 1,000 people in your company, but if you're going to grow any serious viable business, you're going to have some team. Alexandria Nicole is here. You made my day, Alexandria. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good day. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. And as Karen says, write down your ideas and make them real. Yeah, that's part of the process of ideation. Write your ideas down and make them a reality. So the next part is define your operations team. All the businesses I started, every single one except for my first business, Family Computer Consulting Services, the other four had team members, small teams, not big teams, but small teams. SmartHustle.com, Jamie Fair helped me build that. I had a team, my video editor, graphics person, social media person, etc. We built that little agency. My event business outsourced the operations for the event. My good friend Liz Caruso has been rocking with me for many years. Liz Caruso of Texie Talk, check her out. She's helped me produce dozens of great events. And I can go on and on and on. If you're building a business from startup to execution, who's your team that's going to help it grow with you? What up your HR and finances? Now, if you're having employees, you do need HR of some sort. That can be outsourced, yes. Your financial systems, even if you just have QuickBooks or Zoho Books, some sort of software to help you track the finances. This is important. So what are the things you need to do to take your company from idea, just thinking about it, just dreaming about it, to reality? You have to think about these things. Again, if you just joined, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I'm honored that you decided to take some time to be with us today as we give you an eclectic mix of information, insights, tips, and ideas to help you live your best life or start or grow your business. Ding, 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 ding. Next up, even with venture slowdown, mega deals are happening. This is important to know. Maybe there's venture slowdown and slowdown in the market, interest rates, this, that, and the other. I get it. But did you know that mega deals are still happening? Did you know that billions of dollars are still flowing? Hundreds of millions of dollars are still flowing? Deals are still happening. The number of mega deals in the past 4 years, according to Crunchbase, in 2021, 800, 2022, 400, 2023, 200, 2024, it's gone up a bit year to date. The number of 100 million or more rounds raised by US-based startups. So it's happening. And what are the mega deals that's happened by industry? Biotech and healthcare, largely high. Lowest has been finance and fintech and energy, but right after that has been artificial intelligence, and I bet it's going to grow in cybersecurity. So if you're a startup and looking a place to how to make your money, where you're going to make your money, one of the best things I encourage you to do is think bigger. If you're saying, oh, I need $10 for my idea, you're not thinking big enough. Think bigger. Now, you want to think judiciously. You don't want to just put all your eggs in one basket and lose money and cause harm to your family. But if you've built trust, if you have relationships, if the idea has been done before and there's some proven track record, you shouldn't be the first one to do it. That's the way that you may want to consider, hey, this is something I can sink my teeth into. So think bigger. Ding, 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 ding. Interesting article in the New York Times talking about, can you be without your smartphone? And I think it's something interesting to consider. I'm with my smartphone all the time. I wake up in the morning. I have my morning devotions without my smartphone. Go out to the park and do a 30-minute workout, oftentimes with my smartphone, listening to a podcast. So my smartphone's with me much all the time. But it does get me thinking sometimes. One of those times I may want to take a detox, a break from my smartphone. It may not be for you. It may not be for me, but it's something to consider, especially those of you who are feeling overwhelmed. Those of you who are feeling that it's just every day is like that. Is it time for you to detox? Is it time for you to possibly get off of the devices, get off the little red icons, get off the notifications, get off the dings, get off the pushes, get off the alerts for an hour, for half a day? Go read a book. Go take a walk in the park. Go take your socks off. Put your toes in the grass. Go in a swimming pool. My friend Scott Simons goes to the racquetball court. Go do something. Don't just have your face plugged into the phone. So consider what your life would be like if you were without your smartphone. Some of you hearing that are like, no, Ramon, I don't like that idea. But consider what your life would be like. Ding, 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 ding. Moving forward here. Next up, Bog Bag founder, her growth to $100 million in sales. Now, $100 million in sales, ladies and gentlemen, is mega deal, is mega exceptional. That's huge growth. And maybe that is not for you. But how she did it is interesting, and I want to share a few things. She started a business. She put money into creating these amazing bags that were washable and have holes in them, beach bags, and for other things. When COVID happened, sales took off because people liked the bags because they were washable and they could, make sure they were very clean. But here's what she did to have a success, and I think this is interesting that we can all learn from this. Is that the end of the article, she says, steady, steady, steady is the key to success. Going backwards, she says, what do you enjoy most about running your business? Chasing the American dream. It hits you. The real riches come from the connections you make and the shared experiences. My team, her partners, her customers, that's where the joy comes in. She says, in the early days, we began seeing monthly revenue come in, albeit modest, but slow growth. But they hit a milestone crossing over 50 million in revenue. And now they have momentum. Once you get momentum, beautiful things begin to happen. But the Bog Bag's unique selling point was it was washable. And she says this approach may not have been the most profitable in the short term, but it was the right thing to do. making it available during the pandemic to hospital workers and others. So she left her steady job in 2018, and then she had a target. Let's see if I can get 1 million in sales. And they hit that target. But what happened was the bags came and they had black marks on them. They were ruined visually. So she couldn't sell them per se, but she found a market for those bags. But she kept being persistent. She did not give up. And that's part of the key to success, ladies and gentlemen. You can't give up. You can't give up, especially if you're finding that you have traction. You're finding that something is working. Find out what's working and then hone into that. This show, Rundown with Ramon, episode 160, we're on almost as we're growing. Wasn't like this in day one, episode one, but I've kept going. I've been persistent, and you need to do that too. If there's some traction, you have something good that's happening, keep at it. Keep at it. Making money, Karen says, is very helpful for sure. Keep at it, innovate, learn, and see what happens from there. Everybody, if you're just joining, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon, where we give you the tips and news and insights that you need to start your day, have a better life, be in the middle of your day, be at night, end your day, wherever time you're listening to the Rundown with Ramon. That's what we want to do. Ding, 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 ding. I thought it was interesting that Apple is coming out possibly with cheaper headsets. Not talking about its white iconic headphones, but talking about its virtual reality or augmented reality. I think it's virtual reality headsets. Apple has had trouble enticing customers to don its pricey Vision Pro headsets. But it needs to seed the market and wants to see, can this world of virtual reality work? And also enticing developers to make apps for it. While sales figures for the device haven't been released yet, analysts estimate they're low. Meanwhile, Meta has emerged as a formidable competitor in this headset space. So you're competing with now Apple and Meta for these virtual reality headsets. And they're thinking about lowering price may work at $3,400, almost $3,500. It's priced like a luxury item. But then Meta's Quest is at $300. Two different pricing, two different markets, two different things. Which one will win out? Or maybe both will win out, or maybe the whole market will be dud. But the lesson learned here, and I always want to get a lesson learned. As you're building your business and figuring things out, price can be one lever that you may want to work in. Listen, everybody, this is the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray. If you've enjoyed this edition of the Rundown, and I encourage you and challenge you today. Be clear on what you really, really want to do in life. If there's confusion that you have, other people will be confused as well. But be clear on what you want, what's important to you. Ask yourself, do you even want to be in business? Do you even want to be in business? Ask yourself this, are you hungry enough to get the success that you want to have? Are you hungry enough for that? And then your pricing is so important. What's your pricing like? Is your pricing premium, or are you the cheapest vendor in the block? Alexandria Nicole, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Karen, for you being here. Some things need more time. You're right. So what is your pricing like? And your mindset. What is the mindset? Do you even have the right mindset to be in business? And finally, I challenge you to ask yourself this. What do you do best? What excites you? What excites you about what you're doing? And then can you get paid to do it? That is the beauty of living the life we have. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is another edition of the Rundown with Ramon. Be blessed and have an amazing, amazing day today. And go out and tell somebody that they matter. Go out and tell somebody that you care. Go out and tell somebody that they can make a difference in the world, because I want you to know you matter. And I know that you are making a difference in the world. Be blessed and have an amazing, amazing day. And with that, this is the Rundown with Ramon. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much, Malika. Oh, that was so nice. Telling me that I make a difference. Thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all are too much. Okay, I got to close this episode, close the show down, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Be blessed.